Alright. Now we're on. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the regular meeting of the City of Charlestown Board of Public Works. Today's July 16th, 2026. It's 10:01 a.m. We'll begin our meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. Will you please join?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Let the record show all board members are present, as well as Clerk Treasurer Donna Cooper and our attorney Perry McCall. This meeting is being live streamed by city staff. We have an agenda that's been provided. Entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Ernie Thompson, second by Maggie Wild. Any edits? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? That's unanimous. We have our standing business, which includes the approval of our meeting minutes from July 2nd, our current claims, and our payroll allowance docket from June 29th to July 5th. Need a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Maggie Wild,
I will second.
second by Ernie Thompson. Any question? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? That's unanimous. No public comment. I see no one signed up. Old business, none. New business. The first thing is a Community Crossings Matching Grant Change Order number 3. You have this in your packet. I want to be clear what is happening here. We are adding a sub-project for grading, paving, and curb construction with markings and signage for a new paved parking lot over an area of existing gravel parking lot on the short section of High Street near the intersection with Level. So this is that little stub. It's currently gravel that comes off of Level by the new duplexes that the new houses they've built, and then the old kind of goes in between there back to what was Sigma behind Forest Edge Apartments. That is actually a city road that we didn't realize was, I thought it was private, and it turns out it's a city road, and it needs to be paved because it's a city road. So we're paving it, and then there was some damage done caused by flooding to the Sigma building, and in lieu of having to pay for any damages, Sigma has said that if we would provide a small public parking lot there, and we told them as long as they understood it would be public parking, that would be fine. I think it has about 6 or 8 spaces in it. We also thought it would be helpful because it's available then for the people who live in those townhomes there, who have limited parking, that while no overnight parking is allowed there, if they have guests or visitors or whatever, since it will be a public parking lot, they would have that ability to park there as well. And it would clean up the road and take care of some drainage work. This such project is being 100% funded by local funds, so it's not part of the grant funds, because it is this change order, and the redevelopment commission is paying for this because of the development there at, with the Forest Edge Apartments. So the idea being that with the Forest Edge Apartment, there were, some drainage issues that came up, and they agreed then to pay for this to mitigate those drainage issues as a part of that redevelopment project. So the lump sum parking lot addition is $24,000. And I just want to make sure so it's an increase of $24,000, and like I said, that increase is paid for by the redevelopment. So the funds are in place and everything is there. We just need the board's approval to approve this change order to that contract.
I'll make that motion.
Second. Motion Bernie Thompson, second by Maggie Wild. Any additional questions on that? Okay, hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? That is unanimous. And then we have a contract with Graceland Church. Hannah's going to present that for us on behalf of the Parks Department.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So this is an agreement with Graceland Church, like the mayor said, on behalf of Parks Department. So this is to use our arts and enrichment building for long-term rentals beginning on January 1st of 2027 through the end of 2028. All of the dates are listed within this agreement, and they provided insurance, which is also, it's attached. We just wanted to get it approved since it is so long-term and there is insurance that is carried with it.
So in the past, I'll add some context to this. We've had churches use the facility in the past and pay rent to do that, and we've had some issues with equipment and stuff being left there in storage and interfering with other rentals, and so we had said no long-term rentals past that, but then Graceland reached out with their proposal, and they're willing to pay the full price rental, so this is $1,000 a week, of revenue coming into this facility, and they've also agreed not to leave any of their equipment, you know, lying around, to interfere with other rentals. So, knowing that they will have everything cleaned up and that they understand that other people rent it at other times, we were willing to enter this agreement with them for this period while they seek a permanent building. So that was the distinction there. And so we did ask them to go ahead and provide their own certificate of insurance, just because it was kind of an extensive rental period, so. We would need a motion to approve that.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Maggie Wild,
I'll second.
second by Ernie Thompson, and then Hannah, they're paying every 3 months, is that correct?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, so the concern was if they found a building before they need it, you know, before the end of this long-term agreement, and they've already paid, we would be able to refund that. So that's really messy for our clerk treasurer's department to have to issue refunds. And so I said, let's take the payments 3 months at a time and give them that way. If they transition to a building, they can terminate with 90-day written notice.
They're looking to build, right?
Yeah, they're looking for a permanent spot here in town. They just wanted to use it just on those days. So, all right.
All right, thank you all.
All in favor of that agreement, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, any opposed? That's unanimous. That is all of the items that I had on my agenda, unless there's anything from Perry that we need to do or from
Not right
Donna.
now.
All right, just need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Ernie Thompson makes the motion.
I'll second.
Second by Maggie Wild. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, that was unanimous. We are adjourned. Don't leave till you sign.